From Indy's streaming news leader, this is WRTV News at Noon, streaming now.
Now at noon, the man convicted of killing Delphi teens Abby Williams and Libby German walked into the Carroll County Courthouse this morning to hear his sentence. And the judge gives Richard Allen the maximum time behind bars. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Schwenker.
Tonight, a pilot program to bring security cameras to downtown is on its way. Plus, 3 suspects were arrested following a theft from a gas station in Beaverly. And the Prince George Cougars picked up a win over Kelowna in their last game before the Christmas break. Good evening and welcome to CKPG News. I'm Adam Burles.
Tonight on CFTK TV, a tax deduction has been given to Haida Gwaii. Edison Motors in the city of Terrace have a public dispute, and officials are warning Vancouver of their growing population.
Northwest BC's only television news team. We are CFTK TV News.
Hello, I'm Damian Smith, and thank you for joining us here on CFTK TV.
Tonight, the Prime Minister shuffles his cabinet while the rest of the country waits for him to decide if he's staying or going. An internal police report contradicts Premier Scott Moe's claim that bullets damaged a campaign office this fall. La Nina has returned, but it isn't expected to hit the prairies as hard this time around.
This is CBC Saskatchewan News.
It is Friday, December 20th, and the CBC Saskatchewan News starts right now. Good evening.
Welcome to NTD Evening News. Our top story tonight, at least 2 people are dead and dozens injured after a car plows into a crowd at a Christmas market in Germany. Local emergency services are calling the tragic incident an attack. What we know about the suspected driver and what authorities are saying about the attack, which took place about 100 miles west of Berlin. The suspect in the United Healthcare CEO murder case enters the same federal prison where 2 other high-profile inmates are held. Chris Beers has an update on Luigi Mangioni's court appearance yesterday and the possibility he'll face the death penalty. Just hours from a midnight government shutdown, the House passes a stopgap measure to temporarily fund federal operations and disaster aid, but the bill doesn't include President-elect Trump's demands for a debt limit increase. Harris Tao joins us in studio to discuss. President Biden says he's canceling more student loan debt for 55,000 public service workers. The Department of Education says this brings the total amount canceled under Biden to $180 billion. Jason Blair reports.
This is NTD Evening News. Live from our global headquarters in New York City, here's Tiffany Meyer.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight.
I'm Montse Alvarado. Tonight on EWTN News Nightly, closing arguments. Lawmakers scramble to find a solution as a government shutdown draws closer. We have the latest. Surprising data. New numbers reveal how many people have been deported in the last year under the Biden administration. Vatican visit. A closer look at the meeting next month between Pope Francis and the president. Plus, Christmas presents. A preview of the Holy Father's busy schedule for the Yuletide season. These stories and more tonight.
From EWTN, the Global Catholic Network, this is EWTN News Nightly.
Thank you for being with us. I'm Montse Alvarado in for Tracy Sable.
You are watching CBS News at 6:30 tonight for you. We're learning more about the operation ICE agents carried out at this Aurora apartment complex earlier this week.
Now on KSBW Action News 8, the last weekend to get those gifts in time for Christmas. How some on the Central Coast are shopping local. Plus, the travel crush is on. What you need to know to minimize the holiday headaches. And our top story. The U.S. still in business thanks to a last-minute vote to avoid a government shutdown.
Coverage you can count on. KSBW Action News 8 starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Green. Aaron Clark is off tonight. The U.S. Senate has passed, they went past the deadline, but they did indeed pass legislation to avert a government shutdown. The vote came just a short time ago following this evening's passage in the House, where Action News 8 reporter Christopher Salas has more on the deal.
Now, from Maine's first television station, WABI, this is TV5 News.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome in on this Saturday, December 21st. I'm Alyssa Thurlow. Thanks so much for starting your morning off with us.
Details on the last-minute decision to avert a government shutdown. And celebrating Christmas down on the farm, we'll take you to where families are having a fun and festive holiday. Plus, where to go for last-minute shopping in the Hub City as the holiday draws near.
And winter arrives with frosty, cold weather, appropriately so. We're going to have the latest in weather.
Now, from West Tennessee's News Channel, this is 7 Eyewitness News. Good morning, West Tennessee, Saturday.
Good morning, West Tennessee. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. I'm Emily Goodwin.
And I'm Brian Davis. Welcome in on this frosty, cold morning. Emily,
yes,
I was scraping it this morning. It was like, man, it was thick on there. It was like,
yeah, I believe it.
Off.
Winter weather is here.
Snow's just getting here now, but we're just getting started.
And the Boston 25 weather experts are ready for any type of weather.
How we have hit or miss activity out there. Those are snow squalls.
We're going to get you prepared for what will be a messy commute ahead.
In fact, it's going to get even colder by the end of the week.
When winter weather strikes,
I want you to use caution. I want you to watch for some slick spots.
It's also going to have some strong winds. That means power outages across the region.
Stay safe and prepared with your weather experts.
Now on Oregon News Now this morning, an SUV hitting a jaywalker sparked a crazy scene in Eugene. We'll tell you why it ended with 2 other men facing charges. Plus, after the murder of United Healthcare's CEO, the words deny, defend, depose have been seen in graffiti across the country. We'll show you what Oregon city the message was spotted in. And we were dry the past few days, no longer the case. It's going to be a wet weekend and a wet week ahead. We'll have your full forecast as Oregon News Now this morning starts now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Oregon News Now this morning.
Good Saturday morning, folks. Thanks for starting your weekend off with us on Oregon News Now. I'm Joey Vaca. Now, like I said, if you put away the umbrella, it might be time to grab it again because it is going to be a wet weekend all across the state.
Tonight, the rising death toll in Germany after a horrific attack on a Christmas market. At least 5 people now dead, with hundreds injured, many fighting for their lives.
People on the ground bleeding on the head. Blood was everywhere.
New video of the suspect and what investigators are learning about him.
What we saw this week was a prime minister and a Liberal Party and a Liberal government politically out of control.
The Freeland fallout, a tumultuous week in politics, leaves Canadians wondering what's next.
For her to have resigned the way she did, I mean, that would be devastating to any government.
And is climate change stealing weeks of winter?
We kind of feel like we've been cursed by the Grinch.
Plus, some merry music videos.
Yo, hey, yes. Let's kick it.
The talented teachers using video and song to bring a community closer together.
It was really good.
Yo, man, let's get out of here.
CTV National News with Heather Butts.
Good evening. Just as the holidays are getting underway, people in Germany are mourning the victims.
News 10 starts now with a breaking news alert.
You're getting a look at the moment a man drove his vehicle through the front doors of the JCPenney store at the Killeen Mall earlier today before he was shot and killed by authorities. You're about to hear the round of gunfire when that suspect was taken down as people who were holiday shopping ran out of the store.
They shot him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they shot him. Oh my gosh.
This is just absolutely terrifying. The DPS confirmed 4 people were taken to the hospital with injuries ranging from minor to serious. We're told another person took themselves to the ER. DPS says at around 5 p.m., a trooper tried to pull over a black pickup truck that was called in as a possible drunk driver near the interchange of Interstate 35 and Interstate 14.
This is CBS News, Texas.
We didn't want this to happen at all, but this time makes it worse. There's people in here shopping for their families, their children, their friends, loved ones.
Right now at 10, a Central Texas mall on this busy holiday shopping weekend turning into a crime scene. A suspect rams a car through that mall, running over shoppers. We thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Pickett. This is CBS News Texas at 10 o'clock, and we begin there in Killeen with that chaos. And folks, it has been deadly. The suspect is dead. 5 people inside that retail store injured as a result after that suspect apparently plows through the entrance. This is a JCPenney location at this mall. Police say it started when officers tried to pull over a suspected drunk driver near the town of Belton.
This morning on Daybreak, we are following up on a story out of Central Texas. Holiday shoppers now recovering after police say a man drove his truck into the mall. And then we're also in the clear from a government shutdown until mid-March to look at the bill President Biden signed into law this weekend.
2 decent chances for rain this week, but I have good news for Christmas. Although those rain chances could impact your Christmas plans. That forecast coming up.
Well, it's been a stretch of time, right? Still millions of Americans are packing up, hitting the road across the country to make it to their holiday destinations. We have a look at the best times to travel and when to avoid the road to avoid that Christmas traffic chaos. You're up for the Daybreak. Good morning. At the top of the hour here, we are taking a live look at both our airports, DFW International, Dallas Love Field. It is yet another busy travel day for folks coming and going.
From WNYT Albany, Weekend Today begins right now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Allie Hoy. Caitlin has the morning off. We don't have to say it. It's cold. So let's get a check of that first warning forecast with meteorologist Craig Gold.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say other than the fact that it is brutally cold outside this morning.
Good morning. You're watching WCVB News Center 5 Eye Opener.
The countdown to Christmas is on. The preparations you'll need to make it as millions hit the roads and take to the skies.
Beware the winter blast. Cold temperatures taking over our area, and that's not all. I'm tracking when you could see a few flakes as we march towards Christmas.
Patrons hurt, glass smashed after a car slams into a department store, the deadly end to a wild police chase, and how officers say it all started. Time now, 10 a.m. Sunday, December 22nd, looking glorious, but very wintry out there. The roads are good, lots of traffic on Sterling Drive and the Pike.
Live breaking stories in Stone Mountain, Channel 2 Action News.
A massive apartment fire leaves more than 24 people without a home just days before Christmas.
I mean, everything's lost. I just got done wrapping gifts, like everything.
So heartbreaking. We're live in Clayton County with the latest on how this fire started in the first place.
Live, local,
Late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at noon. Coverage you can count on.
Hello and welcome to Channel 2 Action News at noon on this last Sunday before Christmas. I'm Sophia Choi. Now to this developing story. Two separate fires in Clayton County. The first one happened at an apartment complex on I-85. Channel 2's Steve Delbach joins us live from Riverdale. Steve, nearly 30 people are impacted, and you just spoke with one of the fire victims.
WPSD Local 6, your breaking news and weather authority. This is Local 6 Sunday.
Every time someone talks about a homeless person, they forget that that person is still a person. That homeless people are still people.
Several gathered at the McCracken County Public Library yesterday to remember and honor those who died while experiencing homelessness.
I'm Madison Myers reporting in your neighborhood of Killeen, sharing with you how the community is reacting to an incident that left one suspect dead and 4 others injured in the hospital.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time. I know that things like this are human. The human side is not always ready and prepared for it.
Recovering from the unexpected. I'm Allison Hill reporting in your neighborhood of Killeen, bringing you the latest on the ongoing investigation into the police chase that left a local family in the hospital and a community wondering how this happened.
Good evening and thanks for joining us today at 5:30. I'm Madison Myers reporting here from the Killeen Mall, where we're continuing our coverage on the aftermath of an incident that left 5 people injured and a suspect killed by a DPS trooper.
Now, from your home team, this is 25 News.
Thank you for joining us on your Sunday evening. I'm Kyla Jackson.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL TV 11 News at 6.
Fire safety during the holiday season, what to keep in mind as we head into the busy week.
And United Healthcare CEO shooting suspect Luigi Mangione expected to be arraigned in New York tomorrow, what he's charged with and how long he could spend in prison. And hear from Maryland lawmakers on the future of the Washington Commanders after Washington, D.C. regained control of the land around RFK Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Brianna Ross. As we enter the big holiday week, fire officials are sharing important safety hazards to keep in mind.
This is Mobile 11, CBS News Texas, storm chasing weather busted machine. When the weather hits the fan, you'll find our reporters in the seat right here, keeping you informed, keeping you safe. What you don't see is who's in this seat. That's me. I navigate this baby through all kinds of wind, snow, hail, and ice, keeping you informed, keeping you safe. The drivers of Mobile 11, the unsung heroes of CBS News Texas.
Mobile 11, powered by Ford and your North Texas Ford dealers.